Social Innovation Summit. So honored to be here. Thank you guys for having me, for allowing me to speak to you guys today. As a performance poet, you learn a lot about the human heart. You learn how the human heart works, how to connect with the human heart. One of the things in performing poetry that I've learned is that it always helps to find a connecting point with the human heart to some extent. It's always good to find common ground. So I like to talk about things that are deep, but I like to talk about things that apply to us in some way, shape, form, or fashion. An example, there's been times where I'm sure all of us have fallen into a really, really deep sleep, and we either have, these really vivid dreams, really good dreams, really amazing dreams, and then more, and we completely forget what the dream was about. And it happened to me a couple of times. It was one night I had this really, really amazing dream. And I want to tell people about it, but I can't remember what the dream was about. But I remembered that it was a good dream. And I hate when that happens because for a moment, the dream, it made me really happy. For a moment, I was really joyful. And now I can't even remember how to get back to that. To lose it all in a single moment. Ain't that just like a human? To take our moments for granted. We treat moments like seasons. We complain about the winter cold until the summer heat makes us beg for it again. We're like flowers in the wind. We tend to blossom in spring because any other time the water either dries up too fast or freezes us in place. So maybe we sustain ourselves on the wrong things. Maybe what we cling to is either inconsistent or temporary. Maybe it's just as fragile as we are. Maybe we look to things that are weak because weakness is familiar to us, and we prefer to be comfortable in our anger or depression because at this point it's the routine that we're used to. Maybe we've given up on joy because it's just too hard. We're afraid that we're just going to lose it again, so we don't try anymore. We're afraid that it just won't work out. Just like that relationship we lost last week. Just like that business idea that fell through the cracks, just like that dream job that we've always wanted, but we're told that we're too unqualified for it. Life has a way of snatching things away from us that make us feel full. We live with our glasses half empty because life tips us over and makes us pour out everything that we have. But for life to try to kill us is contradictory to what life is. So maybe there's something I missed between the blood, sweat, and my fistful of tears. Did we forget the rule of the righteous, or did we remember to stand up after the seventh fall? So maybe life isn't trying to empty the pot, but stir it up. And maybe I'm not stirred up enough. Maybe being too stagnant or comfortable is how dreams die. If time waits for no man, then what happens when time leaves us behind? So maybe life wants me to fight harder for what's mine, but good days are not easy to come by. So why do we give up on them so easily? Are they not worth fighting for? What is joy if not a trophy? What is joy if not a medal, a badge of honor, a diploma with the words, I'm still here, a tattoo that says, not dead yet still we fight, still we claw, still we war. These dreams look hazy, but keep dreaming and you'll show the nightmares who you are. Remember what Churchill said, that the finest moment now is deeper than just contesting. Now it just might get a little bloody. Now it looks like I'm fighting for my right to be born again, like I'm fighting for my birthright, because if the dream was worth it before the heartbreak, then it hasn't lost value. If the fruit didn't grow the first time you planted the seed, then find some new ground. And baby, if they walked out of your life, then you're the joy that they're missing out on, not the other way around. Learn to move on, for this too shall pass. You might be hurt, sick, or broke now, but there is a moment of transformation worth fighting for. Today, I was only strong enough to survive, but tomorrow, I'll be strong enough to conquer. Last night, I had a dream, and it was a good dream, but this time, I contested for it. This time, I wrestled with it. This time, I would not let go. I won't let this moment pass me by again. Last night, I had a dream. Last night, I was the dream. And I remembered who I was. When we think about hope, when we think about dreams and pulling for the things that make us full, that make us whole, when we run into walls, when we have obstacles that get in our way, it's always important to step back and remember why you started. It's always important to step back and reflect on the hurdles that you've already overcome. And you realize something. You realize that the mountain that is in your way is really smaller than you are. It's just a pebble. It's just a stumbling stone. It's just another thing to walk over, just as you've already done before. Social Innovation Summit, thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate you. God bless you guys.